Hello guys, it is me, Video Game Player 7000, and in today's stream, I'm going to be addressing about the situation that has happened last night. So, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are already aware what happened last night, and this had to do with Amanda Rose. So, um, uh, Crazanity, which is also known as Nick, who actually appeared in the live chat right here. That was around the 30-minute mark where it said I'd be live in 30 minutes. Nick appeared in the chat and uh, he did a stream last night, and I believe around the 2 hour or 2 hour and 15-minute mark. Matthew started bringing up a situation involving Amanda Rose where they were saying that Amanda laughed at Nick self-harming himself in a video, even though I never saw a video clip or any evidence about that. I mean, it seemed like I just I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain that in a good way. But anyways, when he brought up the situation, this led to people like me, Matthew, Adrian, and several others attacking Amanda Rose and mostly treating this one-sided. I mean, we Matthew, I'm not trying to sound rude, but you should have at least listened to Amanda's side of the story, instead of just quote unquote attacking her and getting me, Adrian, and Nick involved in this, because th- this this was actually real. It did happen in Nick's stream last night, and we were being way too harsh, and it just got to a point where it just literally got way out of hand, and I just did not know what to do, because the situation just went way overboard, and yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to explain how far this situation went. Okay, look, Matthew, I understand that not all of this is your fault, but most of it is, since you're the one who brought up the situation in Nick's stream and made everyone go after Amanda Rose, and you caused her to feel extremely down that night too, and this is why so many people were literally so upset with us, and this is also why Amanda said that people like me, Matthew, Adrian, and several others betrayed her. And um, honestly, I never meant to betray Amanda Rose like how I did last night. I never meant to do that. And speaking of that, Amanda's actually here in the chat. And just keep in mind that I'm only going to be inviting certain people to this stream, because this is an important stream that I need to do, and I need to make sure that all of you understand how about how the situation went. This is one reason why I'm doing this live stream, and I even said that I was doing this last night, after I left Amanda's stream and went to sleep, because yesterday was also the last day of my vacation. I'm already back home, and I've been home for hours. But anyways, I'm gonna start inviting people here, and we're gonna get this underway, and um the others should be able to give you a better understanding about how this situation went. All right, Jace is here.
Hey, Jacob. Hello, everyone. Jacob, thank you for letting me come into
Oh,
the stream.
no problem, Jace. So, do you have anything to say, like a better understanding of how this went?
I'd be glad to, but first I just want to make sure we're on equal ground. So here's how this is going to kind of work, guys. What I want to do while I'm here is try and be the civil person in this situation. I want everyone to be able to speak up. I don't want people interrupting people. I want people to say what they need to say in full sentence, and then I will give them the chance to speak up on their behalf. So it'll be like kind of like a back and forth. So like I'll say, for example, you go, and then when they stop, I'll say it's your turn to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make absolutely sure. Just wanted to make absolutely sure. Amanda says she's trying to join. Hopefully she can.
Oh, she's here.
Oh. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
And
And
Nick's here.
also, it seems that Nick and Matthew are here too.
All right.
Yeah, Jacob.
Hey.
Hello, you two. So
Hey.
we already mostly know how this went last night. So, Nick and Matthew, would you apologize to Amanda because you really made her upset last night.
Yeah, I agree. That was
Yeah, I hurt myself. I wanted to.
One at a time. Okay, so one at a time. Nick, you have the floor first.
Amanda, I really don't know what to say right now. I'm still very upset about what happened, but I realize now that maybe I was a bit too hard on you. I Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm just really sick of having to be the scapegoat for everything, being made fun of all the time, being blamed for everything. It's really taken a toll on my mental health. And the fact that nobody even understands what I'm going through makes it worse for me. And the fact that people like you have just been making fun of me.
All right.
I
Do you
don't
have anything else to say, Nick?
Don't have much to say right now. Maybe I'll think of something later, but...
Okay, Amanda, your turn. You have the floor.
Okay. Nick, I'm sorry I made fun of you for when you were crying and throwing a tantrum in your stream. I didn't know you were going to see it. I didn't know this was going to be a result. We didn't mean to make fun of you like that, okay?
Well...
Nick, what do you have to say about Amanda's apology?
Well, I'm actually surprised in a way that you did apologize.
Do you forgive her?
And if she genuinely means it, then I guess I'm willing to overlook all that and forgive her.
Amanda, do you formally admit it? Are you truthful?
Mm-hmm. I admit I did go a bit too far.
And I might also add, and one thing I had been thinking about, I know this is not exactly relevant to the current situation, but one thing I still hold a grudge against you for was that when your girlfriend and Mimi and Bath and Neon were attacking me, calling me the FAG word and the N word, it really hurt me that you didn't even try to step in and stop them.
When did this happen?
It was December, the first major incident that we had.
If I may ask, Nick, was it the one that happened in 2020 or 2019?
December 2019. That was the first major incident that we had.
Mimi already apologized for that, though.
Yep, she did.
I understand, but I just meant that it just hurt me that no one even tried to intervene or stop him.
I just didn't want to get involved in that.
Okay.
I just didn't want to get involved. That's all. That's why.
In a way, you already were, though. If we want to get technical here. It
Okay,
just,
so do you want Amanda to apologize for that, Nick? Is that what you want, or like, is that what you're asking her?
in a way,
Can you,
everything happened.
can you, Amanda?
Yeah.
Say okay. So Amanda has the floor. Amanda, say what you have to say, whether it's a sorry or whatnot. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
All right, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Okay, I'm sorry for everything that I've done to you. And it's from anger, from stress. I was
Yes, yeah.
panicking. I was panicking yesterday. I was threatening to hurt myself and everything.
And no joke, when I shot that footage of me strangling myself, I edited it because at the end, right as I'm hitting, the stop recording button, I nearly passed out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, from trying to choke myself.
I don't know what. Honestly, you shouldn't do that because it's gonna hurt you.
But knowing that you guys in a way were responsible for it, I mean, what do you think about that?
You,
Amanda, do you feel guilty for that?
yeah, yes.
So she admits it, Nick. So she's openly admitting it.
Well, I'm glad that she did.
That's good.
And BAFF is saying that he was also panicking last night too.
Oh, I can understand why. Um, all
Yes.
right. So, do you have anything else to say, Nick, at the moment?
Well, we can go. Well, if you want, we can try and go over some of the things that you and I talked about.
Okay. Or do you want Matthew to have a chance to speak up for a moment?
You know what? Yeah. I want to give the floor to Matthew.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
mute.
Okay. So Matthew has the floor. Matthew, you can speak up now.
Okay, well, Amanda, listen, I am really sorry about last night. Listen, let me just explain. You see, I have friends. When people make fun of my friends, I just don't like it when they do that, and I like to just step in and defend my own friend from the person who's bullying or shit. Um, Due to this situation last night, I couldn't even get a good night's sleep because of this happening and going on. But I did not mean to hurt you or anything, and I did not want you to just hurt yourself because I knew that would have been a bad thing to do. I just didn't like it when you was doing this shit to Nick, but I did not mean anything. Um, I'm just sorry, and yeah.
It
And
was hard
also,
for me to
another
get.
reason why I
Uh,
kind of brought up the April situation because I still have flashbacks of what happened back then when everybody went against me and everything because I was trying to help my friend. And yeah, but like it's if you want to still hate me, that's totally up to you. I mean, that's fine. But I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and if Mimi is watching this, I'm sorry about arguing with you last night. Um, But yeah. I mean, I did not want this shit to happen either, but yeah.
Okay. So, oh, Adrian's here. I didn't even see him come in.
Hello there.
Hi, Adrian. So hold on. So Matthew, is there anything else you need to say at the moment?
No, not really.
All right,
Also,
Amanda.
I got something to say to Matthew.
Okay, Amanda, you have the floor. I was just about to give it your turn. Go ahead.
Matthew, I need to tell you something. I just don't think you should be getting involved in situations like that, especially when you think you're trying to be civil, but you gotta stop attacking people.
Here's what I saw from last night in Nick's stream. Like, this is to Matthew, okay? I saw that you brought up Mimi, or you brought up Amanda and Aurora, and eventually Mimi too, and that's when the situation started to go higher and higher in escalation to where this toxicity and stuff just started happening back and forth. That's what I saw on the stream last night. Did you intentionally mean that, Matthew, or what's your
Honestly,
stand
I
for
did
that?
not really mean any of that. I just don't know what was wrong with me back in that time.
Can you agree, though, that what Amanda's saying is true, that you probably shouldn't get involved in these situations? You're only 15 years old. Am I right? You're only 15?
Honestly, she has a valid point.
Yeah, because attacking when you put me in that group and you started screaming at me, that's when I keep leaving because you guys are not being civil.
Yeah,
It really hurts me to see my
really.
friends do
I
this to me.
just can't help it.
One at a time, guys.
Okay.
So Matthew, I think you still have the floor.
Yeah, I mean, when I made that DM, I knew I was going too far. I just couldn't help it. I just can't help it when to see my friends like get harassed and talk shit to and made fun of. Like I try to be a good friend and stand up for my friends. That's all.
Here's what I saw last night, Matthew, and I'm not trying to call you out on this, okay? The way you were doing it in Nick's stream, it really didn't look like you were being civil in a good way. It looked like you were escalating the situation.
No, I was not being civil. I was in the wrong. I'll admit. I was in the wrong. That was
Me too.
stupid.
Honestly, both of us were in the wrong. Sure, I went too far on Nick by editing that footage from his stream, but attacking me just won't make it better either.
And attacking Nick won't make anything better either.
And then the fact that you all compared me to Neville for my Carly or a villain or whatever.
I'll bring that up for just a moment. I don't want anyone else to talk. So, no interrupting or anything. But yeah, there were some iCarly jokes made where Nick was viewed as the Neville Papperman for people. Like, at least in me, Amanda, Mimi, and Aurora's friend groups and all that, because of the way he was acting. I will admit that, and Amanda can vouch for that too. Right, Amanda?
It wasn't even funny. And
we do apologize for those for those kinds of jokes. And if it makes you feel any better, we can we are legit sorry for it, Nick. Like, we didn't mean to make you feel that way. Amanda, what do you have to say?
Yeah, we apologize for comparing me with Neville Papperman.
Nick, what do you have to say?
I understand.
Okay, who's next? Do we have that kind of all figured out a little bit here at all?
Like, what else do we need to talk about?
I'm keeping an eye on the chat to make sure that people are understanding this.
All right. Let's give Adrian a chance to talk. So, Adrian, I would like you to have the floor. Adrian, this is all on you if you're still here.
Yeah, I was muted for a while.
But floor's all yours. What do you have to say?
Amanda, like yesterday, I didn't mean to go this harsh on you. And yeah, it's my fault for not being civil with you.
And also, you should have not got involved anyways.
Let him finish. Go ahead, Adrian.
I know it's my fault for being involved into that situation, even though I'm not, even though I shouldn't have done that in the first place. So,
are you sorry for that, Adrian?
Yeah, I'm deeply sorry for that.
Amanda?
I regret doing those. To be honest, I regret going harsh on Amanda. So, yeah.
And anyone else involved on her side?
Is there anybody else?
There's no people involved. Only me, VGP, and Matthew were involved.
Okay, Amanda, what do you have to say?
Okay, I already apologized for what I did to Nick. But
you apologized to. Sorry, go ahead, Amanda.
I already apologized for that. But you know what? Like, right after I got called out, I felt pretty bad.
Like, things were really escalating very bad on Discord.
Yeah.
Like, it was just getting badly out of hand on both sides. I would like to give video game player or Jacob a chance to speak up now.
All right. So, Amanda, about that situation that happened last night. I mean, when Matthew started bringing this up on Nick's stream, I mean, I never expected him to do that in the first place. And it was also my fault that I was also not being civil because of how serious Matthew and Nick were taking the situation, because Matthew and Nick were taking the situation so seriously and they were not being civil, and they also made me and Adrian not be civil with you at all. And they also treated this one-sided and made me also treat it one-sided, and I did not. I mean, like I said last night in your stream, I did not even want this to escalate or be involved in this, but I basically just got dragged into it. I mean, Matthew, I mean, I honestly blame you for bringing that up and getting me involved. That doesn't mean I hate you, but you should have never done that to Amanda, because the way you got me and Adrian involved in this, it just turned out to be very bad.
All right, Matthew, what do you have to say in response to Jacob's comment that he just made?
Well, like honestly, he does have a point, but like I didn't really try and get him involved. I was explaining to him what happened, and I didn't couldn't find Amanda's side because she was not in the stream, so I didn't know what else to do.
The
But
important thing here is that Amanda made a follow-up stream late last night to where she started explaining her side of the story, and then that's where we let Adrian and Video Game Player come in.
yeah, I saw everything, but like most of it's not my fault. I just wanted to help my friend because I
Which is
knew
understandable, Matthew. Sorry if I interrupted you. I know I said we weren't going to interrupt anybody, but
it's okay. Sorry.
you do have a point there. But go on.
I just wanted to help my friend because, like, that's what a friend is supposed to at least do, instead of just sitting there and watch the guy get attacked without nothing happening. And it just pissed me off.
It's understandable, like with the way you saw it go down, and so it's
Yeah.
understandable on your point of end. Nick, I'm going to give you a chance to speak up now. What do you have to say?
To who, Matthew?
Yeah, to Matthew, or just regarding what he said.
Well, I am kind of I do feel bad that you about what happened, and I feel like I was dragged into attacking Amanda in a way, because when you're around someone who does it, it just feels like the behavior just spreads. If that makes any sense.
If I may speak up for a moment, Nick, from what I understand from the stream last night, originally on your live stream channel, it was originally about Emily and your best friends, quote unquote.
And Sky and all that.
It was originally about that.
To make things right.
Mm-hmm. But you said yourself that was what that stream was originally about, correct?
Yes, and then it just got worse from there.
Because of what Matthew said by bringing up Amanda and Aurora, correct?
Yeah, and it made me remember all the terrible things that happened.
Okay, so Matthew, so you heard what Nick's just said. Like, it was originally just all about Emily and the others, and then when you brought it up, that's when things got badly escalated. So you did play a very serious role in why this all happened in the first place.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because
I kind of made a big mistake, and I regret it now.
We all make mistakes.
We all
Yeah.
nobody's
some more
perfect.
than others.
If I can say that again, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. We all have flaws. We can't be perfect. Nobody can be perfect. It's impossible in human life. All right, Nick, I'm going to give you the floor now. What do you have to say?
Well, Matthew, I do feel bad. I do understand that you were just trying to help out, but you really shouldn't have done what you did.
Yeah.
Do you accept responsibility for what you did, Matthew?
Yeah, I accept it.
All right, we got that figured out. Amanda, what do you have to say?
Honestly, Sure, I may have done something like that, but attacking me doesn't make anyone better, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Nick, you should have not escalate. You should have not got involved with that. And Matthew, you should have not made that worse. And you should have not got Jacob or Adrian involved either. And also, Matthew, you should start being civil. You guys should start being civil to people instead of attacking, because that's the result of jumping into conclusions and everything.
So yeah, no jumping to conclusions, anything like that. Nick, what do you have to say about Amanda's comment that she just mentioned?
Well, I agree. Well, she does have a point.
All right. Video game player Jacob, what do you have to say?
Well, about what Matthew and Nick were both saying, I do forgive both of them, but Matthew and Nick, next time do not escalate a situation this bad, because if you escalate it to where it gets way out of hand, you never know the serious consequences you could be facing in return of that.
All right, Matthew, do you agree that's true?
Yes.
Nick, do you agree that's true?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Adrian, what do you have to say?
If he has anything to say.
You have anything to say, Adrian?
Okay, Matthew, as much as, and also Nick,
Yeah.
as much as I'd like you to, but I'm kind of disappointed at you two for involving me into this.
You didn't want to be involved in this one little bit, Adrian, but yeah, you seem to get dragged into it, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I wasn't really planning on involving you to be honest.
I made a big mistake at this time.
Are we gonna agree that the fault here majorly just lies with Matthew? Is that what can we all agree on?
Yeah, I guess so.
Matthew?
I
Matthew
guess.
technically asked to be invited.
All right.
Nick, I'm not inviting anyone at this time. So if anyone is asking you for me to send them the link, do not send anyone else the link, because I am not inviting anyone else right now.
What I meant was that he had asked for the link to my stream.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Also, Matthew, BAFF said this about why you were not being civil. He said that you were not being civil because you're only 15, and he said that he was also the same way as you when he was 15.
All right. So
I don't get what he's elaborating at here.
well, here's what I'm thinking. Baff is saying based on the comment, because of Matthew's age, Baff is concerned that Matthew can't handle things civilly just based on what he saw. Does that make sense?
I understand. Oh, I see. Yeah, because of maturity and all that. I think I get his point.
Matthew, what do you think about that?
Yeah, probably does have a point.
Amanda, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I can tell because I was bullied by teenagers when I was in high school.
Okay.
Younger teenagers about Matthew's age.
Okay, well, we got this first part kind of figured out. We agree that this fault mainly lies with Matthew, and Matthew, you do accept responsibility for it.
Yeah.
All right, so are we good on this first part?
I believe so.
Amanda?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we're good.
Adrian?
Adrian?
Adrian? Do you agree that this first part's being resolved?
Yes.
All right, part 2. What's next?
So
I want to individually. I would like one of you to speak up. I'm going to ask you one at a time what part 2 should mainly be about, and I'm going to ask Nick first.
Well, maybe it should be about. What I'd like to talk about is the fact that I was always the one who got punished, and that no one else was ever treated as if they were in the wrong. This is why I'm always saying that people have it in for me, and that anything I do is treated as if it's totally different based on
you've done.
someone else is doing it. Yeah, it doesn't matter what someone else has done. Apparently, if I do something, it's terrible. And no one else, like Amanda and everyone else, they managed to get away with what they did to me. And all I just want is for I don't want everyone to get off scot free. I just don't think that's fair that I have to take the blame for everything.
I can understand that, Nick, like entirely, and I'm pretty sure Amanda can understand that. Amanda, what do you have to say with what Nick just said?
Well, we do admit that we have been too far on you at times.
Can you? So let's start with this, though. Amanda, can you say sorry to Nick for that?
I'm sorry for being very harsh to you along with my friends.
And do you accept responsibility or consequences for anything?
Yes.
Okay.
That's good.
Now, Aurora, we talked to her earlier, but unfortunately she can't come into the stream because she's been going through a lot, but she also openly admits that she is also sorry. So I'm going to mention that right now. Nick,
And I heard about
your turn.
what happened with Aurora, what she's going through. And if you're watching this, Aurora, I just want to say my condolences with what happened.
It's best we do not mention what she's going through for privacy's sake. I want to leave it at that. I don't want to bring up what she's been going through, but things have just been really rough on her.
I feel bad for her, though. But anyway, I just don't get why I had to be the one taking the blame for everything and why everyone else just had to get away with their actions.
Amanda, what do you have to say to that, like to what Nick just said?
It's just not fair, to be honest.
I'm sorry for like I said, I'm sorry for doing that to you.
Nick?
Even when they were making fun of your way, I should have not jumped in.
Yeah. Okay, so Amanda agrees that's true. Nick, your turn.
Well, and I also do apologize for everything that I did to you as well.
Because I think the situation between us is getting old.
It's getting old. It's getting
and
really
especially
repetitive.
with the fact that
Nick, let me finish, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I agree with Amanda here. This drama with Amanda, Nick, Aurora, Mimi, and everybody else that's getting dragged into this, myself included, it's getting old. It's getting repetitive. It's getting annoying. And we all just want to move on. Nick, you have the floor now.
Yeah. And what I just want to say, the main reason, see, we did make up briefly earlier this year with what happened, but the main reason we're at each other's throats again is because when I kept criticizing you, and I do admit that I did go a bit too far, it's just the fact that it just felt like you weren't handling it right.
Now, Nick, are you referring to the fart jokes that Amanda, Aurora, and Mimi were making? It's
Not
their
just
sense
that,
of
it's
humor.
the criticism of their immaturity and the fact that they couldn't handle it. That's the main reason we're at each other's throats. It barely has anything to do with the other situations at this point.
Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that?
Okay, I got mixed feelings about this, but Nick, if you don't like our jokes or the stuff that we like to do, I recommend you don't watch our streams or videos about stuff like that.
Nick, what do you have to say in response to what Amanda just said?
Well, I understand, but yeah.
And you might not want to watch my streams, any of our streams either, because it may contain stuff that you don't like either.
Yeah.
Besides,
To be fair, it's like in every stream.
yeah, but we're adults. But there are a lot of adults in this world who are not normal. Like, look what happened to my brother. My brother is severely autistic, and he's not normal.
I don't believe in normal people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Hold on.
I just don't believe that normal people exist anymore.
No, we're not normal because we're also autistic.
Yeah.
I'm autistic too.
Hold on. Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, we're interrupting each other. Remember, we got to try and keep no interrupting here so that everybody can talk. So who was talking first? Wasn't it Nick or was it Amanda?
I think I was.
Okay, so Amanda, you're up first.
Amanda was the one who was talking first.
Okay, Amanda. So Amanda, go ahead.
Okay, like my brother, he can't really talk and communicate with us. He would always bother us for food, saying what he wants. And he just says it in one word. He can answer to yes or no questions, but he cannot communicate with us too well. And he's got a mentality of a 5-year-old. Because he can't help it. He's autistic. He's very severe. He's more severe than I am.
So he's pretty much just mentally disabled, right?
Yes.
I understand.
And not all adults can act normal. I know most adults don't think fart jokes are funny, but we as autistic people, we do think it's funny, but it's something we can't help.
But
Uh, go
here's
ahead,
what
Nick.
I was going to say about it. It's like I agree. It can be funny maybe one or two times, but doing it every single minute of every day, don't you feel like sometimes it gets boring or repetitive?
Amanda, you have the floor now.
We usually do this privately.
Yeah, not usually in the streams. Like the streams, it happens every once in a while, but in privately, it only happens every, but every once in a while, like in private DMs on Discord, is when we do it.
I mean, but doing it every day, it just
I mean, that's just what they like to do and what we'd like to do from time to time. But we're
it's
not.
like sometimes it's like it's always like the same thing. It can be. I mean, you can repeat concepts if like you can. I mean, sometimes adding even adding something new to the jokes can help.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna stop Nick here with his. He no longer has the floor here. So he mentions that he wants us to try something new, like this is to me, Amanda. Like this is to me, Amanda, Mimi, and Aurora. Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that? Do you think it is possible to add something new to that, or do you think it's difficult?
Yeah, it could be kind of difficult. Sometimes it will, but sometimes we can't help our jokes.
I mean, I
Nick,
understand.
you don't have the floor right now. I want to wait. I want to wait till I give you your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm
sometimes we can't help our jokes at all. We just thought it was funny, and we just got constantly into it.
The thing too is that part of that fart joke that we made, which eventually turned into the Amanda, you're not helping meme, according to some people started doing that with their own free will because that's what they wanted to do. We were like we didn't think it would become that kind of video or meme. Like we didn't expect people to do that. It was completely unexpected. Nick, you have the floor now.
I mean, sometimes things can be, like I said, things can be funny maybe one or two times, but it's like I even compared this earlier to like you guys all know how repetitive like the jokes in Super Mario Logan can be, particularly with Jeffy, right?
I will speak up on that, Nick. I'm not interrupting you or anything, of course, am I?
Well, technically, but I'll let you go ahead. I'll give you a pass, man.
Thank you. So, but yes, Nick mentioned earlier like that some of that he did mention Super Mario Logan jokes earlier a little bit and how they were kind of relevant to what Amanda like the Amanda, Aurora, Mimi, and theirs kind of do, and he was relating the jokes in Super Mario Logan to that, and then
Yes, because of how repetitive they are.
the thing that I've also noticed is that Logan has trouble like coming up with new material, and like right now he's even struggling because he can no longer use Nintendo characters. He has to focus on something else, and like the fact he's trying, if possible, to try something new is at least possible on his end. I mean, I know he's trying, but he's definitely going on a downward hill, at least in my opinion. And
Yeah.
but Nick, go ahead. You now have the floor.
I mean, if sometimes it's good to have things to like. Good, it's good to have like your own jokes to make, but it can get annoying sometimes. And all I was doing was criticizing you for it.
Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that?
We may have overreacted to your criticism. We just didn't want you to constantly tell us to stop doing them, or at least tell us to make new jokes or something. Sometimes we can't help it.
Nick, what is your response to that?
Well, I get what you mean.
That's why we always do those jokes.
But you do admit that sometimes it can be annoying, right?
It could be at times.
Okay. All right, so that's covered. Is there anything else with this that we need to talk about at all? Like with this part two?
I actually wanted to mention something. I think this kind of goes back to the first part that we were talking about.
Okay, go ahead, Jacob. You have the floor.
So another thing I wanted to mention is that this person, McNamian, who's here in the live chat right now,
Yes.
he was also another person who was involved in this hate that happened
Um,
against Amanda last night, and
I'll be right back,
I
okay,
was
guys?
Let Jacob finish, Nick.
I am. I was just saying that I'll be right back.
Okay.
well, what I wanted to know is that since McNamian has appeared in the chat, I was wondering if he also wanted to apologize to Amanda for the way that for the way that McNamian also treated her last night and even today.
Yeah, I think that's possibly a good idea. And I'm gonna say this because I think it's a good idea. But Matthew, we already covered what we needed to say about you, and we resolved that whole thing. Would you be okay with leaving the stream so Macamanian can come in?
I guess so.
Okay, but we want to. But let me just
Wait,
ask.
wait, you want me to come back though later?
I don't know, but you interrupted me though.
Alright, then I'll go then.
What I was gonna say
I'm
was
back.
okay. So what I was gonna say was, if Matthew, if you can leave the stream, we can let Macamanian come in, but that's only if Macamanian himself wants to come into the stream. We can't force it on him if he doesn't want to.
Okay.
So don't leave right now, Matthew. We want to get a confirmation from Macamanian first. Simple yes or no,
Alright.
and we can go from there.
Well, this is what McNamian said a few minutes ago.
I wasn't doing much in it though.
Okay,
Okay.
McNamian, you should have not gotten involved in it anyways, even if you're not really much involved. You shouldn't have gotten involved anyways.
Yeah, I would agree on that. What do you, Nick? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he did. He, I mean, he pro. It probably was. It probably just wasn't this kind of thing to get involved in.
It was a misunderstanding, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I was going AFK because I had to get my little baby out of my mom's room.
Okay.
She was bugging her.
But
Mm.
okay. What else in part? Like while we're waiting on he says, I guess I'll come to the stream. All right. So whoever has Macamania as a friend, do you want to send in the StreamYard link?
I don't think I have him as a friend. I think he unfriended me.
Nick, do you
I'm
have
on
him as a
it.
friend?
I'm on it.
Thank you. All right, Matthew, if you can you lead the stream?
Yeah,
But
I'll
actually,
see you then.
I actually replace the link in case, 'cause every time, whether I screen share or not, I always tend to replace the link.
All right. Well,
So I don't have it yet.
all right. But yeah, if you can, just send the link to Macamanian and we can let him come in.
And hopefully he can apologize to Amanda, even though he said in the chat
Ah.
that he was not involved in it as much as we
No
thought he
way.
was.
Hold on, guys. So, Nick, you were about to say something. What was it going? What was that you were going
I
to say?
found a way. I duplicated the window and then copied the link and then closed the duplicate. So I managed to find. So I did manage to send him the link.
Okay.
He should be on his way.
All right, Amanda, what do you have to say?
Okay. McNamian, if you're still here in the live chat, you still should have not got involved, even if you're not really into it, though.
You can say that. I think you can say that to him when he comes in.
Besides, I don't think nobody should have gotten involved.
Especially now with the fact that this is like old stuff, but this has been going on for years.
Because, this war against me, Nick, and Aurora, Mimi, it's getting old, overused.
Yeah, and the fact that we all just brought our fans into it, that doesn't help either.
No, it does not.
It doesn't.
And I'm being dragged into the middle as a civil person here because I wanted to step up and risk my neck to help my friends.
And also,
I know.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Because I know people were originally against me doing that. Like people in Amanda's server were originally against me doing that for me to try and do the not be civil in this situation, and I can understand why, given the history that you guys that Amanda, Mimi, and Aurora and those guys have had with Nick. It was highly understandable, but I'm risking my neck to help you guys out because I care enough as a friend, and I'm willing to be as helpful as I can. And that's
really nice.
Macamanian's here.
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Macamanian. His mic's muted right now.
Does he have a mic?
Amanda, he does have a microphone.
He's just muted right now. Can you unmute Mac, or is it not possible? Oh.
Hey.
Hello. So, Macamanian, you have the floor right now.
Okay, so really I was never really involved in the drama. I was never in confronting groups, never attacking her, never doing shit. I just talked about it on Discord and like private DMs and DM groups.
And you admit that you were in Nick's stream and you did say some stuff there too.
Well, I was in the stream, but I never said stuff about Amanda because if you look at the part I was in, we were going on about Nick, when he was saying that he was betrayed by his friends. I was out of the stream by the time the whole thing with Amanda came into play.
Okay. So what do you have to say to Amanda?
Extremely nervous right now.
What do you have to say to Amanda, Macamanian?
Okay.
We'll give you some time to think it over.
I don't know what to say right now because I just haven't gotten the full story.
Basically, this whole situation happened because of Matthew. We did confirm that a majority of this was on his part. But basically, this situation got super badly out of hand to where both sides were just going at each other's throats, and it got really badly out of hand. Does that make sense?
I guess it does.
Okay. Do you have anything to say to Amanda Macamanian, like sorry or anything like that?
I guess I'm sorry. I still can't say all correctly words from my grandma.
Do you formally mean that you're do you formally mean that you're sorry? Like, do you really mean it?
Yes.
Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that?
Okay, Macnamian, even if you're not really that much involved with the situation, I recommend you should have not got involved at all.
But do you accept his apology, Amanda?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Macamanian, I think you can leave the stream. I think that we got that kind of all figured out, right?
Okay.
Like, Nick, do you agree that we got that kind of figured out?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So Macamanian, you're more than welcome to leave. You said what you needed to say. You can go.
Hold on. Okay. Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Right, so now that he's gone, like, should we invite anyone else to the stream, or should we bring Matthew back?
For right now, let's not bring Matthew back just because we already covered everything we needed to with him. Not saying he can't come back, of course. Like, we can still let him come back, but probably not right now because we already covered what we needed to with him. Am I right?
Yeah. He's still in the live chat, though.
Yeah, he can be in the, like, we'll let him stay in the live chat, but if we need to, we can definitely let him back in. But,
yeah.
All right.
I also told you in private, Jace, how I felt about the whole situation, and I was thinking about, like, some of the good times that we had together.
Yes, I want to confirm right now that me and Nick were talking over Discord for the past few hours, actually, regarding this whole thing. And Nick, you just admitted to me that you do feel bad about this whole thing.
Yeah, I feel a lot of remorse right now.
You feel really bad, and I was trying to. It's like this was going on for a really long time.
Yeah. The truth is, even though I may sometimes say that I hate you guys, the truth is I miss hanging out with you.
We understand that, Nick. Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that?
Yeah, we felt bad because this has to stop. I know our war needs to stop. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's getting annoying. It's giving me stress. It's making me want to throw anger at all the time.
but Mimi is another factor.
Oh,
Knowing how things can be with her sometimes, that's what can make it tough.
we understand that, Nick. Mimi, as we've stated numerous times before, she cannot control her anger at most times, and like even she admits that, like that she's in the wrong with some of the stuff that she says, even though
Yeah,
she doesn't
sometimes I
open.
wonder.
Can I finish? Can I
Yeah,
finish?
go ahead, and then I'll state my case.
I just want to remember though, like when I say I'll give you the floor, I'll give you the floor. But yeah, Mimi, she has problems with her anger. She's been trying to work on that, and we've explained this numerous times to all of you guys. People need to understand that Mimi's trying her best to improve herself with her anger. That is what me, Amanda, and the others have been trying to say this whole time. Some people listen, some people do not. Amanda, what do you have to say to that?
Yeah, Mimi has terrible anger issues. If you tell her to calm down or chill out, she's gonna get real mad and go off at you.
All
I mean,
right.
she can't help it. She can't help it at all. I mean, you tell her to calm down,
It'll just make things worse.
it'll make everything worse. That's why I don't want anybody telling Mimi to calm down at all. Even when she get her anger, you think her anger is out of whack, which she can't help at times. That's why I recommend you do not tell her to calm down or chill out. That's one of the rules in my server too. I recommend you do not do that.
All right, Nick, you have the floor now.
Now, I wonder if Mimi is a similar case with me. Like, she cannot control her anger, and she wants to get help, but it's hard.
Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I know for a fact Mimi admits that she has problems with controlling her anger. Like, both of you guys have had issues. Like it's just one of those things. And like, I'm pretty sure Mimi's doing what she can to improve her anger or whatever she may be. I mean, she may not be seeing anyone. She's doing it with her own free will. Like, what's important here is that she's at least trying with her own free will to do what she can to improve herself.
Same here, even though it's hard for me, and I understand if she's a similar case.
All right, but Nick, you admit that you do feel bad, correct?
And I actually did admit, I don't know if you knew this, Amanda, but there was a time when Mimi and I were real good friends. There was actually a time where we actually prayed together.
Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that part.
Nick, you also admitted to me on the Discord DMs that you admit that you and Mimi blew a perfect chance.
To actually, to fully make up. I think we both blew it, to be honest.
Well, I was going to mention something a little bit ago, but I might as well mention it now. Mimi sent me a comment in Discord, and this is what her comment said. She said she did sigh because of how badly the situation's gone out of hand, but she said, if I'm going to be honest here, yeah, I'm just going to say it. I'll admit that I guess I'm in the wrong, and I too didn't do anything to save our friendship, but I don't even want to anyway. I never wanted you to die, but I'm only laughing because I know how drama queens are, threatening to commit suicide or cut themselves over stupid things like getting blocked, refusing to respect our opinions, and refusing to accept the fact that not everyone could be normal people. like basically the main point of the comment she's making, and that she openly admitted that she was wrong and that she didn't do anything to save her friendship. Nick, what do you have to say in response to that?
I mean, it does disappoint me that at the same time she doesn't know if she wants to even try again. Because if she's afraid that something will happen, Mimi, is that what you're saying? As a matter of fact,
I'm pretty sure it is. Like, I don't even know if she's watching this stream, but I can probably vouch for the fact that's probably what she would say.
She likely is.
She doesn't want anything to do with you, Nick. Like, she doesn't want anything to do with you, and it's very understandable why. And I'm pretty sure you don't want anything to do with her. Correct?
I mean, I just
even
wish
though
there was
even though you wanted to try and be on good terms with her again, like friendship wise or something, like you agree that
maybe we should have waited, instead of picking up where we left off immediately.
Amanda, what do you have to say?
Honestly, Nick, nobody wanted you to die at all. Even Mimi doesn't want you to die either. She doesn't want you to die either. Nobody wants you to die.
Curiosity, what would you have done if I actually did die?
Oh, I guarantee for darn sure that Amanda, Mimi, and Aurora would probably feel really bad, like for you. Amanda, can you vouch for that? Can you agree?
Yeah, because we get very devastated when we hear someone passing away.
And like Amanda mentioned, Nick, like she didn't want you, like they didn't, like nobody wanted you to commit suicide or anything like that. They didn't want you to die. They wanted what was best for you. They wanted you to try and do what you could to improve as a person. You have the floor now.
I understand that. It's just, and it actually brings a smile to my face knowing that deep down, even though things have been bad between us, you guys kind of do still care about me.
I mean, it may not be viewed on the surface, but on the inside, like, we do still care, regardless of whatever has happened as a result of this drama. Like, we don't want anything bad to happen to you. We want to make sure that things are going to go good for you. And if we said that we wanted you to die, that would just be heartless on us. Right, Amanda?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mimi, or Nick, what do you have to say?
I'm just laughing because
Laughing because of what?
Because you kind of called me Mimi earlier just now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. That was on me. I'm sorry. That was on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah.
But Nick, go ahead. You still have the floor right now.
Okay. But yeah, the truth is I really miss all, and I wish we could have, made up. And someday in the future, if we do fully become friends again, I hope we do our absolute best not to blow it.
Yeah, but here's the thing I'm coming to understand, Nick. As I mentioned earlier, like Amanda and Mimi and the others, they don't want anything to do with you. That's the thing I was addressing earlier. They don't want anything at all to do with you. They just wanted to try and move on. That's what they really wanted this whole time. They wanted things to go peacefully. They wanted just to move on and leave that past behind. What do you have to say in response to what I just said? You can't blame them for wanting to go that direction, can you?
Yeah, I understand that sometimes I am hard to put up with.
But can you agree that what they were doing was a justified action, that they wanted to try it, that they wanted to move on from you and leave the past with you behind, and they wanted to focus on the future?
Well, I do agree. I just didn't want it to be left on bad terms.
Okay, Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that? Like the bad terms and everything. Amanda?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry.
So Nick mentioned earlier that he didn't want to leave on bad terms with you guys. What do you have to say in response to that?
Honestly, we don't want anything bad to happen to Nick. Especially, I don't want this. I don't want this to go far enough. Besides, I bet we don't want to go on bad terms with him either.
The thing that Nick wanted to like mentioned earlier too is that he really wanted to, like, he admits that he misses the good old times and everything, which is justified. I can understand that
Yeah,
completely, Nick.
when we were always together and we were always there for each other.
That's what I miss too. And also,
Yeah.
us fighting is getting old. Especially when we're getting our
Yeah.
friends involved and our fans. It's not helping anymore.
We had no reason to fight.
No, not at all. Especially
based
when we're.
on based on what happened between you guys years ago or being dragged into now, it is a constant toxic cycle. And quite honestly, even like I do really want you guys to make up, and I think we are getting somewhere with that, which is really
Yeah, I
good.
want to make up with you guys too. I just wish we could be friends again, even if we're not talking, even if we're not close. I just want to be on good terms.
Amanda, what do you have to say in response to that?
I actually agree with that.
Now, Nick, I'm not too sure if the whole friends thing can be a possibility given what's happened before. I
Yeah,
really the best possible outcome to
at
all of
least being
this,
acquaintances on good terms. At
yeah,
the very least.
at least on good terms. But like the best thing I want all of us to do is be able to go our separate ways, because reconnecting, like talking to each other, that won't do anyone any good. Mimi already confirms, like strongly confirms and says that she doesn't want anything to do with Nick, so she doesn't already want to talk to him. She already wants to move on from this whole thing. And like she just wants to focus on what she wants to do with her life. She wants to do Moonlight High School. She wants to do her YouTube channel. She wants to do whatever goal she has in life. And that's what's important here. Amanda, what do you have to say?
It would. I'm not. Well, I understand what Nick is saying. I mean, we can go on good terms now, but
And
I'm
Mac,
not. I'm not
and
sure about Aurora.
Mac Namie just made a great point as well.
If you guys were friends again, you would just have to get to know each other more for you two to not blow it. Yeah, here's the thing though, Macamania, and I'm not saying that your comment's not a bad one. As I stated before, Mimi does not want anything to do with Nick, just because of what's happened between them in the past. She's already been trying to move on, and the fact that this keeps coming back over and over and over again really frustrates her. Amanda, you can vouch for that, can you?
Yeah.
Nick, what do you have to say in response to what me and Amanda just said?
Well, I understand completely.
But we don't want this to go on any further. We want this bullshit drama to end for good. We want this to stop.
It's making us upset even more and more. It's frustrating us.
Not just that, it's getting old. Overdues.
Exactly.
Matthew, let
It's
Amanda
really
finish.
done a number on our mental health.
Guys, let Amanda finish, please. She had the floor.
Okay, sorry.
Also, this is getting out of hand. We shouldn't be fighting over small things. I mean, friends, we also fight at times, but we shouldn't be fighting too much.
All right. Hold on. Let's give Adrian a chance to speak up because he's been quiet for a while. Adrian, you have the floor now.
Wait, what do you say?
You have the floor now. What do you have to say about this whole thing? Were you listening to what we were saying?
Yeah, I just heard the whole thing.
Okay. Go ahead. You have the floor now.
I just hope this drama will end soon.
Agreed.
Okay,
Jacob, what do you have to say?
Well, the past times that I have been involved in drama, I just want all this drama to be over with for once, because I've been dragged into enough dramas, and I just I just want to be out of this damn drama for once, and I just want to move on to video games a lot more often. And Amanda, your entertainment streams are a good example of gaming. And um like when you and your friends did call me out for what I did in April, which I will not go into further detail for personal reasons. uh I actually enjoyed raging in your entertainment streams along with Jace. And when you said that I was not able to join your streams for a while, I kept on thinking in my head that I was never going to be able to even try to rage in any of your streams again, because I actually enjoyed doing that a lot.
And speaking of which, I still have that thing. I managed to download it and save it to my videos. The compilation of me raging and screwing around that you uploaded to your initial channel at first.
I have that too. And when I recorded us playing Roblox and you were raging, that's the one I didn't upload. I couldn't upload it because of the drama, but I still have it on my file.
But anyway, so we are all in agreement that this drama between Mimi, Amanda, Aurora, and Nick, it has to end. It has to stop now. It has to be put down once and for all for good.
Yeah, it needs to stop.
Nick,
Can I say something?
I have not given you Matthew. I have not given you the floor yet. I told Nick he was going to have a turn. Nick,
Yes.
Adrian,
Yes.
Matthew,
Yes.
Jacob.
Yes.
All right, now Matthew, I'm going to give you a chance to speak up because you wanted to say something. You have the floor now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about interrupting a while ago, but what I was trying to say was, like, this drama's got to end because what it's doing is just making us lose friends, and we're just going to keep fighting and just making us lose friends and stuff, and making it turn way worse than it already is.
That's the thing we were just basically trying to get this whole point across. We don't want this to continue any further because it's not only what Matthew mentioned, it's also very old. This is drama that's apparently been going on for years, like since 2019 or 2018 or something. I don't know when it started.
2019, I say.
2019, okay. This has been drama that's been going on for apparently 2 years. And I hate seeing this go down. And I'm going to mention something. This drama that happened because of last night, I'm going to mention what toll it took on me this morning. I had to work a 2 to 9 o'clock shift during. I had a 2 to 9 work shift today, and I was working, and the thought of this whole situation was just so badly playing out in my mind that I actually had to tell my managers what was going on, and they offered to let me go home early. That's how bad.
Wow.
That's how bad I felt in this situation. I had to go home and leave my workplace because of this situation at hand. It was that bad for me.
Oh my gosh.
I am not.
Bill, I
am
had
not,
a bad day today
Matthew,
too because I
Terrible.
kept thinking about this.
Matthew, you just interrupted me.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to sound mean or anything, but I'm trying to be firm. Anyway, as I said before, I was only at work for less than 2 hours, and then when I told my managers, one of them came up to me and said, "Jace, if this is becoming too much for you, if you feel like you need to take care of this, we'd be okay with letting you go home." And I said, "Are you sure?" And they said yes. So I clocked out, got myself a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar to take home with me, put on my phone, watched a couple of videos until my ride got here, or got to my workplace, and then I got in the van and I came home early from work. That's how bad I feel I've been affected because I've been put into this situation.
That's terrible.
This is why I wanted this just to end. Like, not just the situation, but this freaking drama in the first place. It is like this is what happened as a result, guys. I am not bluffing to any of you. This is legit.
My goodness. And
So
also,
sorry, Chase.
while while you were talking about that, even McNamian is also on agreement that this war that's going on between Amanda, Aurora, Mimi, and Nick seriously needs to stop permanently.
And like as I stated before, like you guys just heard something that happened to me as a result of this because of how I personally felt. I left. I had to leave my own workplace because I felt that stressed out because of the way this situation had badly escalated. I was that flustered and just not it hurt because I thought I was going to be working and being just fine, but my goodness, it freaking I can't describe it. But this is but that's what happened because of this unnecessary situation because of this old drama. I've had enough of this, and I want things to just be ended on good terms if possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to the good old days when we were all together? We shared, hugs and all that. We were always there for each other.
The only, like I said, the only possible outcome I can see to all this is if Nick, you got to go your separate ways from Mimi, Amanda, and Aurora, and anybody else in our friend group. I know that doesn't sound like a good idea, but here's the thing, man. If you can get away from us, or especially Amanda and Mimi and those guys, you can get away from whatever jokes or whatnot like we do in the streams. You can get away from all of that, and it won't be an inner demon that's beating you up on the inside.
But it's not just being around you guys. It's the fact that sometimes when I'm in streams with people like Freddie or other people, they tend to bring Amanda and Aurora and Mimi up from time to time.
Okay, well, I want you, Nick, you got to stick up. If they're doing that, be honest with yourself. Would you rather just stick up for us and tell them you don't want to be reminded of that? You want to move on with your life. You want to move on with what you want to do in life. You don't want to try and keep this drama going on any longer. You want it to stop.
I don't like it any more than you do.
Amanda, you have the floor.
Okay. Honestly, and I really miss those times when we were friends. Of course.
But do you agree, Amanda, that we need that you guys are going to go your separate? Like we're confirming this for real now. Like you guys are going to really just move on from this whole drama, and we can finally put this whole situation to rest. And we will. Like we do not want to try and bring this whole thing back. That's the last thing I want for you guys.
So is this going to be like a permanent splitting up or for the time being?
I want to say permanent, Nick, just because of what has happened. Because here's the thing, here's a couple other things I'm mainly worried about. If it's temporary, I am worried that somehow it's just going to get restarted back up and we'll be right back to square one. The other thing I'm worried about is that, as I mentioned earlier, Mimi already has tried to move on from this, and she keeps getting dragged back into it because of the way things have been going on. So if we can permanently split up and go our separate ways, we can resolve this whole situation. Amanda, what do you have to say about that to what I said?
Yeah, we should resolve the situation immediately. This is just get out of hand.
Nick.
Yeah, I just hope that if we do ever talk again, it just ends on good terms.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
The key word is if.
Yeah, if. But right now, Nick, I really think we need to just permanently go our separate ways. I'm saying permanently, like forever. Like we can't talk to each other anymore. We can't we can't look at each other's channels anymore to see what we're up to. Because that's also been a thing that's been going on. Like we're going back and forth between each other's channels, see what we're all up to. I'm gonna have
to try to control my paranoia as well.
I don't want to I don't know if some people now, Nick, I want to mention that for just a minute. You said you have paranoia. Some people, including Mimi, say that's an excuse or of some kind.
Well, of course she would think that.
But
I don't mean that as an insult or anything.
okay, you don't mean that as an insult. You admit that.
It just doesn't surprise me that she thinks that.
As I mentioned, as we've stated before, like Mimi has problems with a majority of her emotions, especially her anger. Like she was making a prediction that this would not go well tonight. She thought that things were just going to spiral out of control. But this has not. But I hopefully swear to God, this has not been proven the case. I do feel like we made some kind of progress in all of this. Like,
Yeah.
Amanda? What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, I actually agree.
Jacob.
Well, about what you said about when Nick has to go his separate ways. Well, you honestly have a very good point about that.
Thank you.
So,
And what about with Mimi? Like with what she said, like regarding the whole like Nick mentioned, he has paranoia, and some people do not believe him, Mimi included. And like, what is your take on that? Like, do you agree that what Mimi is saying is very understandable, but at the same like what she's saying is very understandable given what's been going on between her and Nick?
yeah, I completely understand that.
Nick, what do you have to say?
I am really serious, though. I am paranoid about a lot of things.
You have trouble letting go of your past. You have trouble letting go, basically.
Yeah, and I can't move on from things as well as you guys can probably move on.
And you
It's
can't help it.
it's like, why is that, Nick? Like, why do you feel like
I
you
don't
can't let
know.
go?
The fact that you guys would say that it's an excuse, but it's not an excuse in your term, not an excuse in your case, it just seems kind of hypocritical in a way to me, if that's the word I'm looking for.
All right, but that's from but like, if you say you have paranoia, we can't force people to believe you. Like, some people have their opinions. That's what's important here. People's opinions have to be respected, no matter what side of the situation like it's on. Everybody is entitled to their opinions, and people should learn how to respect that. Amanda, would you agree to that?
Yeah.
Nick?
Mm-hmm.
If you respect opinions, you have to respect ours back. That's what we want. With all this too.
So Matt gets it.
Yep.
I get it too.
Now, Nick, I do really want you to try and make more effort to be able to move on, but you have got to try and go separate ways from us. I don't want you, Amanda, and Mimi, and everyone else to just keep fighting, because it is old. It's getting repetitive. Like, I want you to do what you can to move on from them and from us and our friend group, so that we can all have a good outcome to all of this, and we can just get this out of the way. Because the fact we have to try and keep repeating ourselves that we want to move on, and yet we haven't tried doing that. I mean, I know Mimi's been moving on, but the rest of us are still being dragged into this. It's like, good grief. Like, this has to stop. Nick, what do you have to say to what I just said?
It really does, though.
I really, this is coming from me personally. I really do want you to move on. I want you to do what you can to move on. And if anybody wants to keep mentioning this past stuff, Nick, stick up for yourself and say that you don't want to be reminded of that. You want to move on. Say it to yourself. You want to move on. You want to become stronger.
I got this. Come on.
You want to move on.
I really do.
You want to move on.
I do want to move on.
Say it.
I do want to move on.
Amanda, what do you have to say to this?
You gotta prove to us that you can move on and not stalk us. Besides me, especially Mimi. I get you miss her, but but she doesn't want anything to do with you. So I also recommend you move on from her too.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I want Nick to move on from all of us, except like specifically me, a man like Amanda, Mimi, Aurora, and those guys. I don't want him to move on from video game player or Matthew. I mean, you guys still can do what you want with your live streams. Like you can invite Nick and all of that. I'm saying I want Nick to move on from like Amanda, Mimi, and Aurora and those guys. That's what I'm basically trying to say.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you have to say to this?
I agree.
Oh shit. Jacob, what do you have to say to this?
Well, Jace, I'm with you on this one. Nick, you should really, to be honest, if you want this war, against you, Amanda, Aurora, and Mimi to stop, then you have to stay away from them.
Do you agree do you agree to
I
that,
agree.
Nick?
Yes.
I just hope that you can stay away from them, Nick, because as long as you continue to stay away from them and prove that you can stay away from them, then hopefully this war can end, because of how pointless it has been for the past few months
The
now.
war, the drama, the whole darn situation here. It's gotten out of hand and it's repetitive and it's old. As we mentioned before, it has to stop.
Exactly.
I'm literally trying to put my foot down here and say that it is stop. Mimi's already done her part. The rest of us need to do the same.
Yeah.
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 Agreed.
Yeah.
So, Nick, what do you have to say now?
Well, I really am going to miss all the good times we had together. If this really is the end, I really hope that we can all let go.
But can you confirm that you can let go? We want you to truthfully admit that you're going to let go. We don't want you to lie to us or anything. We want you to admit that you're going to let go of this past with Amanda and the others, and that you are going to move on, no matter how hard it may be. We want you to be truthful with us, man.
The most truthful I can be is to say that I will certainly try.
And if people want to keep bringing this past actions up, Nick, you need to stick up for yourself and say, I'm not getting involved in that anymore. I already said what I needed to say by making up with Amanda and everybody else in her friend group. Or even in short term answer, I don't want to be reminded of that. I'm trying to move on. You can even say it to yourself if they're trying to bring it up. Don't say that. I want to move on. I want to move on. Like, you've got to keep telling yourself that you need to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh man. So, Nick, can you truthfully say that you're going to move on from Amanda, Mimi, Aurora, myself, and all, like, anybody else that we may be involved with? Can you at least move on from us and our friend group?
I can certainly try.
Certainly try. I want you to admit that you're going to do whatever you can. I don't want this to.
I will do whatever I can. I will do whatever I can. I cannot promise it will be easy. That's the most honest I can be.
All right. Even if it's not easy for you, Nick, I really want you to try and let go and focus on improving yourself and getting better. And by leaving us alone, it's a good way to start.
And what if it doesn't work out though? Because that's a fear I have.
You're worried that you won't be able to let go, or something else?
That and other things.
Nick, you have to just keep trying. That's the thing that's important here. Keep pushing to what you want to keep trying with your goal by being able to let go. That's what you want this whole time. That's what we all wanted this whole time, to be able to let go of this drama, this old drama that has been dragged on for so long. Nick, you can't say you're going to try. You got to confirm. You got to be able to push through and be able to do this. We want to trust you on this, okay? We all want this to
I'm being as
stop.
honest as I can, man.
It's important that you're not following us on YouTube or anything like that. You've got to be able to do what you can to move on from these past demons, no matter how hard it may be.
Jace is right, Nick. You just have to move on. And you also saw that I even showed a message from Ezra. Ezra also said that you also have to move on from him too.
You have to try, Nick. That's what's important here. You have to try. And if it doesn't work, just keep on going and maybe even focus on something else other than us. There's plenty of good opportunities for that, like maybe gaming or like something.
Yeah, Nick. And
And
also,
you have other friends.
even Matthew, do not interrupt me, please.
Don't interrupt, Matthew.
Sorry.
Also, Nick, Deadly Gust of Blue even gave you this advice here.
That's the same thing I was saying.
Yeah. He's basically trying to tell Nick that if someone is trying to drag him into a drama, he just needs to stand up for himself and say say to himself, "I'm not getting involved in this."
The thing with this too is that some people do have tried to bring up past actions, even though it's happened a couple years ago, involving Amanda, Aurora, Mimi, and everything else. Even if it was bad enough, like. But Amanda, Aurora, but they are trying, but they learn from their mistakes and they do move on. They are doing what they can to not make those same mistakes that they made in the past. Amanda, what can you say to that?
Yeah, we're trying our best not to repeat our mistakes.
Nick,
Yeah.
what do you have to say to what me and Amanda just said?
I'm proud of you both for saying that.
Thank you. But yeah, like Mimi's already moved on from all of this. It's time the rest of us do it too. And I do not want this drama to just come back to just come back where we're all back to square one. That is what I do not want. I literally am trying to be the best friend I can be to Amanda and be civil with Nick of all people, given the history that you guys have had with each other. I risked my neck to help you guys.
And I believe you're a good friend for that, even though it's hard on, like one of my favorite sitcoms said in one episode. Even though it's hard on us, we always do our best to help those in need.
Like even like Mimi herself was thinking I wasn't going to be able to pull this off. She thought she personally told me that she was making predictions that this was not going to end well because given what's been going on. And I honestly don't blame her in the slightest for her predictions. She had good damn reason to make those predictions. It was based on her experience from what happened. And I can justify the fact of why she would say that. And I do not blame her. But look at this now. Look at this now. I risked my neck to help you guys out, reach some kind of civil outcome to this whole thing. That's what I was trying to aim for this whole time. At least reach some kind of compromise or something for not just Nick's sake, not just for Mimi's sake, but also for Amanda's sake, for Aurora's sake, for Bath's sake, and for just everyone involved in this drama. And quite frankly, Amanda's fans, like, we don't justify your actions if you went to attack Nick. Nick's fans, we don't justify the fact. I'm pretty sure he doesn't justify the fact if you attacked us for any reason, especially Amanda and those guys.
I never gave anyone permission to attack you all.
What you were doing was on your own terms. We do not justify those actions at all on both ends.
Oh,
If Amanda, I'm still talking, Jacob.
Sorry.
If Amanda tells her fans that they like not to attack Nick and they don't listen, that's on them, not on me or Amanda or anyone. Like we literally are trying to tell them that do not attack Nick or anybody else in this situation. And when they do, that action is on them, not us.
Yeah.
Can you agree? Can you confirm that, Nick? The same thing applies to you. If you told your fans not to attack
Yes.
Amanda or Mimi or someone else, and they did it, you would be ashamed of them.
Very.
Amanda, what do you have to say to that?
Yeah, I agree.
Jacob, what do you have to say to that?
I'm fully with you on this one, Jace.
Matthew, what do you have to say about that?
You have valid points.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Jace, I'm sorry if I was trying to talk over you earlier, but I wanted to show you that Ezra is asking if he can join the stream because he wants to say something.
I will send Ezra the link. I will send Ezra the link.
All right.
I'll let him join.
That's how it
Okay.
works out.
Amanda, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can you, since everything is kind of dying down and we're all calm,
Oh fuck.
and I apologized for my actions. Now I know this might be a bad time to ask, but it's worth of an ask. But do you want to block me off Discord since we're all cool now?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Right.
I don't think you'll be allowed back in Amanda's server though, Matthew, just given what's happened.
I know. That's understandable.
We are
Well,
a different case, of course.
I mean, have you also unblocked me, Amanda?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
All right, so I sent Ezra the link in the private DM, so hopefully he'll join soon.
All right.
But yeah, who would like to speak up now? Like, if you want to say, I want to speak up, go ahead and say it right now.
I might want to say some things.
Okay, so Matthew, you go ahead.
Well, since Jace told everything, like Nick, I know what Jace said, but he does have a point, and you gotta think this: you have other friends out there, like me, Jacob, Freddie, and others out there that care about you too, and like I never wanted this situation to even happen. I mean, I don't know I don't know why I did it, but I totally regret everything, and I need to stop with this behavior because I know for a fact one day I'm gonna regret everything. And yeah, and Nick, listen, I'm also sorry for just making this situation go way worse.
It's okay.
I just want to do it for my own friend, just to help him, because like you've been there for me for months, ever since April, and like you've been there for me just as much as I've been there for you, and I try my hardest to be at least a good friend to everybody, and like I did not really mean any of this to happen and make it go too far. Hell, I had a terrible day too because of this situation. It kept making me upset. I feel like I didn't want to talk to anybody today. Well, I talked to a couple. I mean, I talked to Nick earlier, but I just had a rough day due to this situation, and I didn't get enough good night's sleep last night, and I doubt I'm gonna have a good night's sleep tonight because of this situation. But I'm just glad that this is dying out, and I just want everybody who is watching this to not attack me, don't attack Amanda, don't attack Nick or anybody else who are mentioned in this video, because it's not going to solve anything, and it's just going to make it worse. And we want the situation to die out and just end.
That
'Cause
is
what's the
that is
point?
basically
Mhm.
yeah, that is what a civil person would say. And I'm going to speak up now. Ezra is in the call. Ezra, hi, how are you doing?
Hey, Ezra.
Doing all right.
All right, you Ezra, I would like to give you the floor now since you just joined. What do you have to say?
Thank you very much, Jace. And um, I mean, I just noticed this everything that is going on. By the way, just a quick disclaimer: I do apologize if I glitch out of the call. The signal's not very great over here, but that's for a different story. But anyways,
Okay.
and Nick, it's been a while since we talked here, or at
Yes,
least,
it
or at
has.
least, or at least anywhere. But I just want to like quickly like say, um, just like Jace, I want to be nice here and everything, and um, and I want to see if like we could try to like come up with like a solution and everything.
I think we already have Ezra. We already have asked Nick if he can let go and if he can move on from like by leaving Amanda, Mimi, and us alone entirely, like, unsubscribing from our channels, not trying to follow us anymore. Like, he has to put an effort to move on, and Nick can vouch for what I just said.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry if I missed most of the stream. I literally just noticed this.
It's all right.
But it's just thinking like I honestly had to like really agree on the part where like I mean, I'm gonna be nice about it, but like I think Nick really needs to like try really, really hard to like move on and everything. Even if like he has like to tell you the truth, like I do have a little bit of paranoia myself. I will admit that. But um basically I want like everyone to like move on because like I feel like the situation's kind of getting a little bit old basically, but
The drama itself is getting old and repetitive.
yeah, it started like 2 years ago I think.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it's just kind of getting sorry to say this, but it's kind of getting a bit pointless.
There, you know what? Ezra has a point there. It's getting pointless. It's old. It's old news.
I'm into
And,
that.
and it keeps going.
Like it's just it's something that happened 2 years ago. I mean, honestly, I'm just looking at this now. I'm like, what the hell are we doing?
No,
You know?
nobody's won in this situation. Nobody in this drama situation. I mean, sure, you may see that like a lot of people may think that maybe at one point Nick may have won, or at one point Mimi, Amanda, and Aurora may have won, or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is, nobody won in this situation because of this drama. You guys go at each other's throats. Like Nick,
Pretty
you and
much.
Mimi go at each other. Can I finish, Ezra?
Sorry, go ahead, Jace.
Nick and Mimi go at each other's throats because of the tension between the two of them. And I do not blame Mimi for what she said earlier or what she is going to say if she does watch this stream. But I can truthfully say that she and Nick despise each other and they do not like each other one bit. But fact of that's why Mimi's wanted to move on from all of this. She just wants this hate to stop. Ezra, you go ahead and have the floor, and then I'm going to give it to Nick.
All right. Anyways, I was just like thinking. Yeah, like I said earlier, the drama is getting very pointless, and like, I'm just thinking like, I will have to say, before this drama even began, I will have to say I am gonna really miss the good times that we had.
Anything else, Ezra?
No, my internet connection's acting weird, so I'm gonna have to call back.
That's all right. Nick, you go ahead.
And I agree with Ezra. I will miss all the good times we had. And when that one time when Mimi and I prayed together, it was really sweet, and It's gonna be tough. Although I am trying my, did swear I would try my best, absolute best to try to forget about everything. That particular moment is something I might always remember.
Nick, you've got friends like Emily, you've got friends like Matthew and Jacob and everybody else that want to help you. I'm pretty sure I can probably they can probably agree with me that they want to help you and that they want to move on and they want to do just have a good future, with not involving
Yeah.
me and Amanda and the others, of course.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with Jace. Because I will help you if you need any help.
Yeah, yeah. Nick, I have literally tried all I can to help you improve yourself, and I mean, the only thing we want you to do right now, Nick, is that we just want you to stay away from Amanda and the others, and we just want you to try and improve yourself, stand up for yourself, and we just really want you to not take Amanda and her friends' jokes too seriously.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
all that's all we're asking from you, Nick, and that's what we want from you.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I say something?
You can go ahead.
As I was saying though, but Nick, like, listen, while ago before Elvis came in, I was saying don't bring up this situation, everybody, because this drama is just stupid. It's been going on for 2 freaking years. Like, you guys need to just stop it and chill out. Because Amanda and their friends have actually learned from their mistakes and actually changed. And you guys won't listen. And if you guys think this is funny and stuff, well, guess what? It's not that funny. It's serious, considering how you're trying to ruin somebody's reputation and career. Now, I just think that this entire drama needs to end and die once and for all. Now, as for Nick, the situation about Nick. Now, listen, Nick. I understand. I'm a good friend of yours, but if you need any help about ignoring Amanda and her friends or ever, you can always DM me, and I can always try and help you. I mean, I may kind of be not a good helper, but I can at least try because you know. But
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, this situation. I'm just glad that this is about to die down, but I just don't want it to ever hear it again, and I don't want it to ever come back because I'm just done with it. And if anybody's involving me into it, again, don't involve me into it because I do not want to be in it. And if you involve me in it, I'm just gonna straight up leave. And if you keep adding me into DMs about it, I may just block you off Discord and leave. I'm sorry. So don't involve me into anything. But
Nick, what do you have to
yeah.
say? I'm going to let Nick speak up now, Matthew. Thank you for your what you had to say, but Nick, go ahead. You may speak up
Thank
now.
you so much for offering to help me, Matthew. You're a
Anytime,
great
buddy.
friend,
Yeah.
and I'm glad to say that you're like a little brother to me.
But Nick,
Agreed.
what do you have to say? I'm going to let Nick speak up now.
Well, I did just now make a community post.
Which says what? If or do you not want to, or you want people to see it for themselves?
Well, I would like to read it out. First, I gotta. Here's what it says.
Okay.
At the very least, this drama will be over. We are working out a compromise. I will try my absolute hardest to move on. Amanda and friends, if you happen to see this, I apologize for everything. I sincerely apologize for all that we've been through. If this really is the end of our relationship, whether as friends or enemies, I wish you all the best. And thank you all for giving me a chance to be with you all as a friend.
Now as this is going on, like I'm just going to unfortunately mention that Mimi thinks that this drama is not going to end. I can't blame her for thinking that way,
Neither can I.
but Nick, you gotta freaking be truthful, man. Like you gotta move on. Like this cannot like we all want this to stop.
Mhm.
Yeah, this has got to end because we seriously do not want this to go any further because it is just gone way out of hand. It has gone way overboard, and it has just became so pointless now.
For
Yeah.
real. It's stupid. But I'm just glad that everything's just going to just end, and hopefully we don't hear about this again.
I hope to God not. Amanda, what do you have to say?
Yeah, this situation is out of hand. We gotta have to move on.
I'm sure we can do this.
Sad.
I hope so.
It's
I'm
just
really
sad.
gonna miss you
Oh,
guys.
sorry.
Go ahead, Nick.
I'm really gonna miss you guys. I guess this really is the end.
All right.
Just thank you for everything.
Even if we've been on bad terms, Nick, we don't want anything bad to come out of all of this. We want what's best for you, okay?
And it really, I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional right now.
Same here.
You gotta try and. But here's the thing, man. You, like I said, you gotta move on.
I'll try.
And I don't like it, regardless of what happens. Like you gotta try and move on, no matter what will happen going forward.
God, this situation is just. God, I feel so bad for both of you, Nick and Amanda, and the rest of your friends. This is sad.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Nick and Amanda. I mean, that goes to both of you. You still have me as a friend, right?
Yes.
Yeah, even if we fight. Can I finish?
I also, sorry.
As I was saying, you still, like, even if we guys fight, I'm just gonna say this. Even if both of us fight at times, you're still my friend. No matter what.
Thanks.
And that's the thing.
Amanda, what do you have to say?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my tears out of my eyes. But yeah, hopefully we get to move on from each other.
Amen to that.
For once.
Like I want to be able to vouch for this whole situation.
Yeah, and Nick, I just wanted to tell you, but many people are saying that you can do it. You can just forget about them and just move on from them. And
I don't
also,
want to. Sorry, Jacob.
Also, Ezra said that they will miss you too, but Nick, you just have to move on. So many people are believing in you for this, and they know that you'll be able to do this, and just forget about them and just move on and just try to somewhat improve yourself and pull yourself together.
And you know what? Like, we want to be able to 100% confirm that this drama is over for good. I want to be able to confirm that to everyone who watches this stream now and who's going to watch it later. I don't. Even if certain people don't want to believe us, like, this is legit. And I don't, like, Nick, you're not being manipulative or anything right now, are you?
I don't believe I am. I don't believe so.
God, this is so upsetting.
Is there anything else we need to say here, guys? Amanda, is there anything else? Matthew, let me talk. Amanda, is there anything you need to say?
Yes, I'll miss the good times. Of course, I'm emotional too.
Aww.
Even BAFF is saying that he does miss parts of the friendship too when it used to happen months ago.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Amanda.
We understand how sorry you are, Nick, but you have to move on from them because it's for the best.
It's the best for all of us, especially Mimi, because she's still going at us right now, and I really just want her to understand that this is over for good.
Also,
Matthew,
I
hold on. I didn't give you permission to speak. I do not want this drama to continue. It's like we mentioned, like before. Like it's old. It's old. It's pointless. It's will not get anyone anywhere.
hmm
All right, Matthew, you go ahead now.
I'm just saying that I just want to make something. Want to say something to Mimi if she's ever gonna watch this, which I think she may. But Mimi, if you are around, if you have made it around here, I just want to apologize about last night of me and you arguing in that chat. I just don't know why I do that. I mean, like it just felt. I just didn't like it when you was yelling at me because it kind of made me upset because, like in real life, when I get yelled at, it just makes me feel upsetting. And it kind of makes me sad. But like I did not mean to really make you really more mad. And yeah, I know it was fucked up. I'll
It was
give
a
you
low
that.
move on you. It was a very low move on your part, Matthew. But go ahead.
Yeah, but no matter what, Mimi, I'm really sorry. And if you're probably gonna hate me, that's up to you. I can handle that. But just realize something that I'm sorry for for what I did. And if you can accept my apology, that's fine. I'm glad. If you deny it, well, that's okay. I understand.
You
But I'm
respect that.
trying
You
to.
respect that from her.
Yes, I respect that. It's her own decision. I'm not the boss, but yeah. And as for Nick and Amanda, it's just for the best if you guys just move on. I mean, I know it's hard and heartbreaking that you have to do it, but hey, it's for the best. That's what happens in life. You have best friends that care about you. Then when you guys argue and you guys, sooner or later, you guys just get into an argument and then later you guys can't be friends anymore. You guys gotta leave each other. I mean, it's heartbreaking that that happens. So, like, I understand how that
It also
hurts,
ended,
but
it also ended my friendship with with other people like Kim as well, who just came in.
yeah, but just gonna
Although
let
Kim and I are
both
mutual to each
you.
other from time to time.
Yeah, but just saying, both you and Amanda, I will always be there for both of you. That goes for Aurora, and even Mimi, even though she might still hate me, and including Jace. But yeah, cause I try to be a good friend. I try my best, cause I've never had much friends in real life when I go to school. So I just tried my best to be a good friend and all. But yeah.
All right. So I'm going to stop you right there, Matthew. I think you said what you needed to say. Nick, you can go ahead and talk now.
Uh,
Is there anything you want to say, Nick, at all? Anything further?
Not that I can think of, but I wish you all the best and just thank you all for everything.
Amanda, what do you have to say?
Yes, we wish you the best.
Same. Jacob, what do you have to say?
Well, I actually wanted to refer on what Matthew was saying earlier when he was like, trying to apologize to Mimi. I also wanted to apologize to her, even though I don't even know if she's watching this or not. And uh like the others said, I don't even know if she'll bother on watching this, but Mimi, if you are watching this or not, I still wanted to apologize for the for the way this went last night because I I never intended to do what I actually did to your friend Amanda. I never intended to go this far on her, and I seriously, I mean, I should have just stayed out of it, and I just seriously did not want to have to deal with this again because I've just had enough of getting dragged into this bullshit, and I just don't want this drama affecting my channel anymore. The main thing I want from my channel these days is gaming and entertainment. That is the main thing I'm looking for on my channel now. I don't want my channel constantly being filled with drama because of how pointless the drama is and how pointless it has been throughout the years. And these call out videos, yeah, that's another thing. I I just don't want that happening anymore. I just want to strive onto video games and such. So,
Mhm.
Mimi, I'm I'm really sorry about this, and again, it's fine. It's fine if you still hate me. I understand. I understand. Like, I'll fully understand if you still hate me, and if you don't want to forgive me or Matthew, that's completely understandable. But, Mimi, we just want you to understand how sorry me and Matthew really are, and that
I'm here.
we never intended to take the situation on Amanda way too far from last night.
Yeah.
This is a drama that needs to end.
Completely.
Whether she believes it or not, it's true.
Yep.
Yeah, it has to stop immediately because
It's
this
pointless.
this
It's old. It's repetitive. It's
this cannot continue escalating. It seriously has to stop now.
It can't stay. It can't be here for. This drama can't be here forever. Like, come on, just guys, just
we
end the
need to.
drama. What's the point?
We're going to put this hopefully finally to rest.
And hopefully we can just get this thing off of our channels, and hopefully we can also take drama stuff off our channels and just be proud of the content we're doing. Because, for example, Jace, about your Beyond work, you've said a bunch of times how proud you are with that work. I'm also proud of how much work I've done on the gaming videos, since I put a lot of effort into those. And another reason why I put a lot of effort into those videos is because I want to try to make as much entertainment on my channel as possible.
Good grief. Well, you know what? To people who thought I couldn't pull this off, to people who started to weren't even sure, who were scared, who were worried, or anything. Yes, Ezra's right. Can you highlight this comment, please, video game player? After the stream, let's promise not to speak of this again.
Exactly, Ezra. Exactly.
Let's
We-
promise. We gotta try and not speak of this again. And even if someone does,
Yeah,
It's gonna be hard.
we have to
trying not to go back on our word.
we have to put this behind us and end this completely. We just have to put this behind us completely.
we all have our own futures we have to try and focus on.
Yeah, yeah. And besides, these games that I've been working on, these gaming videos, those are going to be the main priority of my channel from now on. Same thing with the streams. I am mostly going to be doing gaming videos or basically gaming streams only. And Amanda, I don't know if you confirmed this yet, but am I still not allowed to join your streams yet?
For right
Not
now,
sure.
I'm probably not too sure if that's a good idea.
I'm not sure yet.
Well,
Mm.
well, I mean, like I said earlier, I just missed the times where I was having a good laughter when Jace was raging at a Mario Kart and when I was raging at my video games. I mean, I had a lot of other video games that I wanted to show and how good I can just rage at them. I mean, Amanda, I have put a promise to myself multiple times not to bring up drama on any of your entertainment streams. I have put a big promise to me during that time, when I was trying to redeem myself in the best way.
All right. Well, it's time that we're just about to hit the 2-hour mark here, but guys, we've said what we needed to say on this situation. We're going to put this drama finally to rest, even if you don't want to believe it. Like, Nick's going to do what I don't want, I just want, we all want this to stop. And the fact that I don't, if you don't want to believe us at the moment, that's fine. That's understandable. That is a justified action fact of the matter is, we want this pointless drama to end once and for all. And to people who thought that, you know what, some people didn't even think I could pull this off or anything. But you know what? I know in my heart what's right. I trust my gut, even if others don't see it that way. I trusted my gut with this situation, and I was willing to stick up for Amanda, for Mimi, for Aurora, for my friends involved in this situation. And listen on behalf of Nick's and listen to Nick's side or just anyone else in this, like involved in this.
And Jace, throughout the whole stream, you did a very good job being civil. You were a huge help to all my friends who were involved in this. I give you huge credit for being such an amazing help to my stream. Thank you very much.
Amanda,
Yeah.
what do you have to say?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Nick,
Yeah, I thank you.
Matthew,
Thank you for helping me. I really appreciate it. You're a good friend and a good person.
I don't know if I can consider you a friend, but I appreciate your comment there. Adrian,
You are a good person.
Thanks for the help.
guys, this is a drama situation that I just want to be put to rest, and I want you all to know that
Yeah,
we're not going to bullshit you on this. We want it to stop.
And remember, guys, like Ezra said, when I do end the stream, please promise all of you who are in the studio and in this live chat to never speak about this again,
or at least try to move on from it if possible.
Yeah, please try all you can just to get this out of your minds and just not think about it and do not bring it up again, because I just want this to be over with. This war has been going for such a long time, and we just have to end it.
We don't want. This is not fake symphony. This is not fake symphony coming from Nick either. I want him to fully confirm that he's gonna commit to moving on.
Our absolute best. I believe we can do this.
And Nick, remember though, if you can't for any reason, and if you start coming back at us, that's on you. And if we do anything to you for any reason or get dragged back on, that's on us. But I think we are in agreement that this cannot happen any further. Like, this drama has to be put to rest because it was due to past actions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All we can do is pray that it will just be okay.
You have to really try on your end.
Yeah. You really have to stand up for yourself, Nick, because we just want this to be over.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to try hard. You really have to try hard this time, Nick. You really have to try hard. And remember, guys, in order to avoid drama being spread on your channels, the best thing you could do is just stay out of situations that are drama related and just try and focus on playing video games for entertainment, because video games are the main priority of entertainment. And if you want to make your channel more entertainful and somewhat more popular, then you should try working on gaming videos or try to make original Beyond videos that people would actually enjoy, so that you can just put all the drama behind and just focus on things you like doing in life.
Yeah. But I think I've said everything here on the stream, so
We
I'm
all
gonna head
have.
out.
I think we all have. So
all of us have made our statements, and we've basically finished up everything.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna head off. But to anybody, please do it for all of us. Don't bring this up. When this stream is, don't bring it up anywhere.
We already covered that, Matthew. We already covered that. We already said that.
I know. I'm just reminding.
Oh.
But anyways, I'm just gonna head out. So I'll see everybody later. Bye.
Jacob. I know you're doing your gaming as to keep your mind off, but I'm just doing Go Anime as my mind off since I've been using Go Anime for so long for
And I
you.
also have been doing Rapper Offline too.
Yeah, the
I
same.
I know, Adrian. I know how. Darn
I've
it.
been putting a lot of effort into them.
Yeah, I know how much you've been using GoAnimate over the years, but since pretty much all of us have said everything that we needed to say, I guess this would be a good time to end the stream. And Jace, once again, before all of us get going, I want to thank you so much for being an amazing help to this stream, being civil the whole time, and giving everyone a huge help of advice. I thank you so much for being an amazing helpful person tonight.
Yes.
You're welcome, Jacob, Nick, Amanda. What do you have to say?
I said thank you all for helping us out in this situation.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes, Jace, you are our hero.
I sure hope so, because right now most other people would disagree with me, but I honestly did what I thought was right, and I really, yeah. Bath is saying, Nick, he's asking you to please not go back on your word.
I will try. I'm going to do everything I can.
Yes,
No, it's
just
not going to be easy, that's for
just
sure.
do just do, Nick, just listen to BAFF and do not do that, please.
Okay.
Anyways,
We've said what we need to say. This we can
yeah,
let this
yeah,
stream is over. We're done.
yeah,
Like this
yeah.
this is over.
I'm ending it
Yeah.
now.